It's Joe Rogan, back to host another presidential debate. On stage right, we have former President Donald John Trump. In the center ring, Joe Robinette Biden. Thanks, I appreciate it. Last, but certainly not least, my choice for president. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Looking good. Okay. Let's skip the pleasantries and go straight to the money shot. Question number 1. All 3 candidates on stage tonight have faced questions about their age. If the worst comes to pass.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah?
No one has a problem with my age.
No? Oh, right. You're the warm one.
I'm the Kennedy one, the one who's going to save this country from big health. And yes, I did have a brainworm for a time.
Well, we're glad you're feeling better. Let's move on to you, T-Dog.
Age, please. I am the most high-energy candidate you've ever had up here. As people like to say, and as I often remind people critical of my taste in women, which, as you know, is world famous for being so good. Age ain't nothing but a number. But I am a very young and energetic man, and I know that can be very intimidating. So I understand why losers would want to say I'm not. But Sleepy Joe can't even string a whole sentence together anymore. So why don't you ask him?
I will.
Well, then do it.
I'm gonna. Biden, you're old. What do you have to say for yourself?
Listen, I may have been around a while, but I've still got a spring in my step and twinkle in my eye.
That's not a twinkle. That's glaucoma, okay? Okay.
Look, kids, there's one guarantee I can make that you won't get from either of my opinions or my opponents. I will not soil myself in public, be it as a consequence of steroid use and the horrible toll years of heroin abuse takes on the bowels, or Adderall dependency exacerbated by a decade of being Roy Cohn's protege. Not everyone loses bowel and bladder control as they age. And thankfully, I've been blessed with good genes and a zealous Kegel routine.
Well, you know, I never thought about it before, but I guess it probably isn't ideal for a president to be painting their pants at the same time as they're negotiating with Putin. Huh. Next question. COVID again. Are you fucking with me? I said no COVID. There. Fine. But I'm asking my own COVID question, okay? Jesus Christ. If you become president, what role will play in your administration? I know this question is close to your heart, so let's start with you, Robert.
I want to make this very clear. It's as bad as the experimental vaccines. It doesn't cure COVID. It is strictly a dewormer. This is America, not one of those third world hellholes we've invaded. No one gets worms here nowadays, so I don't even know why it's still on the market. And if I win this election, I'll sign legislation banning it as my first priority.
Wait, didn't you used to have a brainworm?
Yes, used to. But I cured it using the same thing I take to prevent COVID infection, lithium.
What, like the stuff they give to bipolars?
One and the same, Joe. And not only does it prevent COVID, scientists recently proved it actually increases the volume of gray matter in your brain. So even if you did somehow come down with a brainworm, you'd never know it, what, with all that extra brain.
Interesting pitch. Jamie, does that check out? It does? Huh. Trump?
As you know, I've been a big fan of from the oranges. The beginnings. I take it every day and I feel fantastic. Maybe if Brainworm Bob took it, people wouldn't call him Brainworm Bob.
No one has ever called me Brainworm Bob until just now.
Fellows, come on now. There's no need for name calling. Look, as your president, I've done my level best to strike a middle ground on this pandemic. A balance between effective public health measures on the one hand and a social Darwinist free-for-all on the other. If you give me another term, I promise to lead the way with an ambitious plan to forget that any of this is still going on.
Not me. I will remind you every day that it happened. By which I mean the Chinese virus hoax, which, by the way, can now be treated with Trump brand dewormer and decovider. It even comes with a miniature Bible inside for the dwarf in your family. The dwarves are very susceptible to the Chinese virus. It's very sad, so they need all the prayers they can get. And you get all of this for just $59.99.
No product placement. They were very clear about that.
What the hell? Was that a laser just now?
I didn't see anything.
That definitely looked like a laser.
It could have been
Plasma!
Whoa, what's going on with your voice?
I have a condition called spasmodic dysphonia, which
No, it did something else just now.
Are you okay there, bud?
I am!
not the suit. Let's just get on with the debate.
Man, that outfit looks really familiar. I could swear I saw it in a briefing the other day. Can I ask where you got it?
I found it in a box with a bunch of files and stuff. It's the only outfit that allows my big muscles to breathe.
Joe, you think you can pass some of that salt over here?
Okay.
Looks like it's just you and me now, big guy.
Yep. There's two of us, all right? And definitely no one or nothing else.
Nope, not another cruiser or a creature in sight.